Arlo, it is so good to see you and to meet you. Welcome to the Big Weekly Roundup. Thank you so much for popping by. How have things been?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting actually. It's been a pretty exciting time for me. I mean, the album's out next week. I've kind of just been like managing those nerves a little bit, and putting the final kind of touches on everything. And just, yeah, I'm excited to share it with the world.
Oh, I love that. So you are being tipped for absolute mega-stardom. Does that ever kind of get normal hearing that?
No, it never gets normal. I can promise you that.
But everyone's talking about you. But for anyone that's watching that doesn't know a huge amount about you, can you tell us a little bit?
Yeah, so I'm a singer-songwriter and a poet from West London. I'm 20 years old. I'm about to put out my debut album. And I would say that my music's kind of a mixture of like indie, soul and pop. But I'm at the start of my journey and I'm just really excited, basically.
Last year, you released a song called Black Dog, and it was just kind of what you were all going through, wasn't it? What was reaction to that song like? How did that go down?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, especially as you say, in a time of chaos where everybody was struggling a little bit to put something out into the world that people really resonated with, and that not just fans, but, you know, friends, family members were reaching out about that song and saying that it was helping them out. So that was really lovely.
Well, we're very, very excited about your debut album. It's called Collapsed In Sunbeams. And it just makes me so happy, that name, because I once heard my dad on the phone telling off like a salesman. He went, "Listen here, Sunbeam." So it just makes me so happy.
I love that. I love that.
Can you tell us about the album then?
So it was mainly written during lockdown, so during March 2020. And it kind of surrounds the conversations and the moments that shaped my adolescence, essentially. And I got a lot of inspiration from reading through my old journals, and sonically I was listening to everything from Portishead to TLC to Earl Sweatshirt, and just trying to kind of create this pretty broad umbrella of like what Arlo Parks' music is. So yeah, it was a really fun process.
So from talking about my dad and Sunbeams, your latest single is named after my mum. It's called Caroline, your latest single. We'll be playing that a little bit later on, by the way. Who is the song about and why the name?
So I literally was at the bus stop, about to get on my bus, and I saw this couple having this massive scrap, like they were complete strangers. And I found myself just kind of wondering, like, I wonder why they're fighting and what came after and who they are and what their relationship's like. And I just picked that name. It just felt right. Like, I don't know, I don't have a very specific story about why I picked it, but I remember singing into my voice notes like, "Caroline, I swear to God I tried," and it just came out. It just manifested. I'm not sure why.
Now we've got to talk about your performance at Ali Pali for our Fresh Focus show. You can catch it on this very channel, by the way. You covered the one and only Mr. Harry Styles and Watermelon Sugar. Was that reaction absolutely ridiculous when you touched that song?
Yeah, that was crazy. And then I saw that he had actually liked it. And yeah, that was amazing. I feel like what he's done, you know, moving from One Direction into doing his own stuff, like he's so kind of bold in his direction, and I love all those 70s references, and I just think he's a really cool dude.
So what happened when he liked it? Did your head explode?
Yeah, a little bit. It really did.
Could you have not DM'd him and go, "Hey, I've just seen you've liked it. I'm Arlo. You all right? Trying to hook up for maybe a song?"
No, I haven't done that yet. I think I'd be too nervous to, but you know, maybe one day.
And now you can tick the box and say that you have experienced the fan group, because that must have been wild.
Yeah, I got a lot of messages like letting me know that he liked it for sure. A lot of Harry Styles fans.
How do they see it? I just don't understand.
I don't know. I was wondering about that, actually. I really wondered about that. I'm not sure how they caught wind of it, but they definitely did.
Back to Ali Pali then, and what was it like singing there? Did you dream of that as a kid? Because it's just...
Yeah, it's such a beautiful space, especially that theatre. And to have it all to myself and just being, you know, my guitarist and I singing these songs in quite a stripped back, intimate setting, it definitely made me miss live music a lot more.